Hey again, everybody. This is Chris McKee with Alamo Music Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, and today we're bringing you some new guitars from Fender. Remember, you can find us online at alamomusic.com and all the usual social media places, as well as in a beautiful brick-and-mortar store, historic downtown in San Antonio. So come by and see us, call us, or check us out online. So the new guitar that we have here is part of the Offset series that Fender has kind of reintroduced, so to speak, at the Summer NAMM show earlier this summer. So this is the Duo-Sonic. They also introduced some Mustang lines as well as a bass. And they had, prior to this introduction, basically discontinued most of the Mustangs that they had had in their lineup to great outcry. And they did so in order to reintroduce these, built in their Mexico manufacturing plant, with some changes to them. So we'll get to some of the specifics, but before we do, let's talk a little bit about the history. Now, the Mustang line is pretty popular and well known because people like Kurt Cobain played Mustangs pretty famously. But they started out as a student line instrument. It actually started as the Duo-Sonic. Back in 1956, if you can believe it, Fender introduced the Duo-Sonic as a student series. Later, it was replaced in 1964 by the Mustang. Now, all these years later, in 2016, new models of both of these guitars have been reintroduced right alongside one another. Now, we did another review on the Mustang guitars. There's a P90 version as well as a single version that you can check out on our YouTube channel. The Duo-Sonic is just a little bit different. So let's talk about some of the features that they share and where they differ. They've got the same offset body, which is a nice small body with an offset shape. It's very comfortable. It's made of alder, and it comes in a number of colors. This one is Torino red, and I double-checked the internet, so you can't say I'm wrong. It's got a number of other colors, and all the specs haven't been completely and officially released by Fender yet. So for the latest on which colors are available, check out our website, alamomusic.com. Now, they've done away with a lot of the switching options, which confused a lot of players and, generally speaking, wasn't used by many. And what they've gone to instead is two single coil options, as well as a model that has a single and a humbucker, a three-way toggle switch, which gives you either the neck, both, or bridge, and then a single volume and a single tone. Now, the humbucker-equipped guitar, which we're also going to look at, has a push-pull pot in order to give you a split coil in that humbucker. It features a 24-inch scale, just like the Mustang does, and has a more modern 9.5-inch radius with medium jumbo frets on it. It's maple necked with a maple fretboard, although you can see in the humbucker equipped version that there's a rosewood option available as well. Now, these are made in their Mexico facility, which is a phenomenal facility that Fender has been churning out guitars from for quite a while. They are fantastically well made, and it's a North American built guitar. Now, it may be not USA built, but you can think of it that way. It's a North American built guitar that's built in a factory that, frankly, you could eat off the floors of, and they're always really high quality. Now, the pickups on these look very similar to the Mustang. They're a little different. Like the Mustang, it's not a staggered pole piece single coil. The pole pieces are all leveled off at the top of the coil and covered. And the magnets in this are a little bit different. What we've noticed, again, not having official specs from Fender just through the amp, is that this seems to have a little bit more gain coming through the single coil pickups than the Mustang guitar does, using the same settings. You've got, like I said, single volume, single tone, three-way toggle, and a great lightweight body. They've also moved to a fixed bridge on this. It's a Strat hardtail bridge that is string through, so you're going to get really great tuning stability. Now, let's talk a little bit about the scale, because if you're not familiar with scale, you may not understand the significance of these being a 24-inch scale. Most Fender electric guitars are 25.5 inches scale length. What that means is measured from the saddle, the top of the saddle where the string breaks, to the nut, it's a 24-inch scale. Now, that scale length determines where the frets are placed on the guitar. It also determines where the pickups are placed and affects the feel and the sonic character of the guitar. Most Strats, most Tellies are 25.5 inches. Some Jaguars are like 24. These are 24-inch. To give you a comparison, a Gibson Les Paul is generally about 24 and around 3/4. PRS guitars are generally 25. Some of their models, like the Santana and Single Cut, are 24.5. And so manufacturers can play with that scaling to give you different sound and a different feel. In this one, 10s are going to kind of feel like 9s on maybe a Stratocaster. And 9s on this are going to kind of feel like 8s on a Stratocaster. So you get a much slinkier feel for bends and whatnot, which is why they started out as student guitars for people with smaller hands or smaller stature. They became real popular when folks like John McLaughlin found them and just began to use them because they're really great guitars. So let's go through the pickup combinations on these guitars so you can hear the sonic difference. There's no channel switching on this amp. This is a Brace Baker 007 head. It's an all-tube head from Fender, and we've got it set with the gain up at about, call it the 1 o'clock position. Most of the EQ's flat, and what we're going to do is we're going to drive that head more using the volume control. So we'll start off backed off, we'll listen to what the tone does, and listen to the humbucker equipped guitar so you can get a feel for what these guitars are capable of and the sonic variety and the variations that you can get just by changing the volume on it. So let's check it out. Now let's check out the HS equipped version of the Duo-Sonic with the coil tap. So those are the new Duo-Sonic models to come in along with the Mustang lineup for the Offset series from Fender. This was the HSS version, or HS version, along with the SS version. Both are great killer guitars with a nice feel and short scale. Right at $499 is the current price that they're going to be introduced at. Now that's always subject to change, so check out our website at alamomusic.com for the latest pricing. If you like this surf green one, that Torino red one, that classic white one, give us a call, come in, check them out today. Thanks for watching.